Welcome to our channel viewers. Today's video tutorial is about lymphadenectomy in carcinoma esophagus. We have covered in detail about different type of lymphadenectomy, that is 3-field versus 2-field, the rationale and justification, and it will be a complete guide about the lymph node dissection in carcinoma esophagus. We have designed this tutorial in a way that the medical student preparing for NEET, PG and super specialty able to understand all the details about lymphadenectomy in carcinoma esophagus. I hope you'll be able to add some new insight to your knowledge. This video tutorial has been divided in the following heading: Introduction, brief anatomy of the esophagus, TNM staging, different lymph node station, 3-field versus 2-field definition, what are the changing trends of lymph node status according to the AJCC classification 6, 7 and 8, regional lymph node station according to AJCC and Japanese classification, what are the rationale for lymphadenectomy, arguments against and for 3-field lymphadenectomy, and the relevant literature review. So the extent of lymphadenectomy for esophageal cancers is a controversial issue. The radical esophagectomy with 3-field lymphadenectomy, it is the standard of care in Japanese center. But this procedure has long been under criticism and is not yet world standard in Western centers. Esophageal disease cancer is an aggressive disease. There is a local nodal and distant metastasis exist at the presentation. There is a unique lymphatic anatomy that we will discuss subsequently in the video, and there is a possibility of regional lymph node mets and systemic mets at presentation. The lymphatic drainage of esophagus and pattern of spread. The arterial supply of and venous drainage of esophagus are segmental. However, lymphatic drainage of esophagus is said to be longitudinal. Submucosal spread of tumor is also an explanation for frequent skipped lymph node metastasis. The lymphatic spread in esophagus is continuous from neck to abdomen, and it's a common channel. Another interesting concept proposed by some authors is watershed zone of lymphatic drainage of the esophagus at the level of carina. Friends, please don't forget to like and subscribe our channel. In early esophageal cancer, lymph node spread follow these anatomic pathways. As I said, tumor location is key to determining which node likely to be involved. Lymph node involvement above tracheal bifurcation is preferentially to those in upper mediastinal neck, and below this point will metastasize toward the celiac axis. Lymph node involvement is more common with squamous cell carcinoma compared with adenocarcinoma. When tumor invades into muscular mucosa, lymph node involvement in squamous cell carcinoma is 12%, approximately 20%, versus 1.3% in adenocarcinoma. So there is an early spread to lymph nodes in squamous cell carcinoma compared to adenocarcinoma. The esophagus is divided into cervical, upper thoracic, middle thoracic, and lower thoracic. This is given in the latest edition of Shackelford surgery book. This division is according to the endoscopic measurement. The upper esophageal sphincter is at 15 cm from the incisor. So first 5 cm, there is 15 to 20 cm is cervical esophagus, and next 5, there is 20 to 25 is upper thoracic, and 25 to 30 next 5 is middle thoracic, and 30 to 40 is low thoracic. So 5, 5, 5 and 10 that we have to remember. The esophageal gastric junction cancer with epicenter within proximal 2 cm of the cardia, that is severe type 1 and type 2 are staged according to the esophageal cancer, and severe type 3 is staged and treated as per the treatment guidelines for the gastric cancer. So the regional lymph nodes, the lymphatic network is concentrated in the submucosa. Lymphatics also present in the lamina propria that leads to the early spread of tumor in C. esophagus. Lymphatic drainage of muscular propria is limited, but lymphatic channels pierce this layer to drain into regional lymphatic channels and lymph nodes. 43% of autopsy dissection demonstrate direct drainage of submucosal plexus into thoracic duct that facilitate systemic metastasis. The longitudinal nature of submucosal lymphatic, as I said, permits lymphatic metastasis orthogonal to the depth of tumor invasion. That means Tumor can metastasize along the whole length of esophagus from abdomen to neck. The longitudinal nature of lymphatic drainage and automatic site of cancer lymph node to which lymphatic drain blood site may not be same. So, what are the different lymph node tiers for the? What are the different lymph node tiers for the esophagus? Those three-field lymphadenectomy. Lymph nodes in the upper abdomen, thorax, and lower cervical regions are cleared. There is a lack of clarity exists on the exact definition of two-field lymph node dissection. Lack of clarity is because of difference in the prevalence of squamous cell carcinoma in Japan and East versus West, where adenocarcinoma is more prevalent. In squamous cell carcinoma, two-field dissection is removal of the nodal tissue from upper abdomen and inferior and superior mediastinum and along both recurrent laryngeal nerves. In adenocarcinoma, two-field dissection is removal of tissue from upper abdomen and inferior mediastinum, that is below the carina. This usually extends only to the level of carina in adenocarcinoma. Data of two lymphadenectomy between Western and Japanese literature is often not comparable, and that is a big hurdle to define these tiers. The International Society of Disease of the Esophagus, ISD, in 1994 Munich meeting gave the consensus definition of lymphadenectomy. In ISD definition, the three-field lymphadenectomy is a formal dissection of abdominal, thoracic, and cervical fields. Two-field is further divided into three types. Type 1 is standard lymphadenectomy plus thoracic field including paraesophageal lymph nodes, subcarinal lymph nodes, and right and left bronchial lymph nodes below the tracheal bifurcation. Type 2 is extended lymphadenectomy, that is type 1 plus right apical, right recurrent laryngeal, and right paratracheal lymph nodes. Type 3 is total lymphadenectomy, that is type 2 plus left recurrent laryngeal nerves and left paratracheal lymph nodes. So type 1 is basically below carina, and type 2 is extending towards the right side, and type 3 is extending towards the also clearing the left side. So type 2 is defined to standard mediastinal lymphadenectomy, that is the first image on the right side, and type 2 of two field is extended mediastinal, and total mediastinal lymphadenectomy of type 2 will be clearing all the lymph nodes of right and left recurrent laryngeal nerves and paratracheal lymph nodes. Friends, please don't forget to like and subscribe our channel. So the first tier of abdominal lymph node dissection will be regarded as the first field of lymphadenectomy, that includes the following: that is superior gastric groups, celiac axis, common hepatic artery, left gastric artery, paracardial lymph nodes, and lesser cup nodes. We have to remember these lymph nodes that we clear in the first tier for the abdominal lymph node dissection. They should be removed in block with the primary lesion. Involvement of abdominal lymph nodes for patients with lower esophageal cancer is greater with adenocarcinoma, 54%, as compared with squamous cell carcinoma, that is 10%. The second tier of is thoracic lymph node dissection. Second field of dissection include mediastinal, thoracic duct, pulmonary hilar, paraesophageal nodes, and those at carina, both bronchi and paratracheal nodes. Given their close proximity, they should be taken in block with the esophageal specimen. The extended mediastinal dissection involves lymphadenectomy including nodes at right side of trachea. A total mediastinal lymphadenectomy, as I said, involves the additional removal of nodes along the left recurrent laryngeal nerve and subaortic nodes. That will be type 3 or 2 tier. The third tier of cervical lymph node dissection is lymph node dissection in the neck to clear nodes in the brachiocephalic, deep internal, and external cervical nodes. Nodes at the left and right recurrent laryngeal nerves are cleared. Involvement of deep external nodes found lateral to the IJB and deep internal nodes which approximate the recurrent laryngeal nerve is more common. The relevant literature support I have given in this video. The viewers can go through these important landmark papers to further enhance their knowledge. So there is a Major change in the lymph node status from 6th to 7th AJCC classification. In the 6th edition, defined regional lymph nodes N1 as those in the periesophageal, mediastinal and perigastric areas. Cervical and celiac axis nodes were regarded as distant metastasis and designated as M1A status. That is a very important thing to remember, that cervical and celiac axis lymph nodes were considered as a metastatic status. In AJCC 7, there was a major modification. The regional lymph nodes were redefined to include any periesophageal node extending from thoracic inlet to celiac axis. Subclassification of M1A and M1B is limited. Again, it is important to remember this change. The 7th edition accounted for nodal burden by classifying the number of involved lymph nodes into category N1, that is 1 to 2, N2 3 to 6, and N3 that is 7 or more. In the AJC 8th edition, the nodal nomenclature is as in the 7th edition and there is no major change. Data showed that number of involved lymph nodes was a strong predictive factor for survival. Hence, the number of regional lymph node positive for tumor was stratified as N1, N2, N3, 1 to 2, 3 to 6, and 7 or more, as in the 7th edition of AJCC. The major change was from 6 to 7, that was the deletion of M1A and M1B status. So, in the AJC 8th edition, the regional lymph nodes are defined from 1 to 20. And where R is for the right side, L is for the left, and one has to memorize and these numbers. So one is right and left lower cervical paratracheal lymph nodes and supraclavicular paratracheal upper paratracheal lymph nodes, right and left. 3P is posterior mediastinal nodes above tracheal bifurcation. 4 is lower paratracheal nodes, right and left. 5 is aortopulmonary nodes. 6 is anterior mediastinal nodes, and 7 is subcanal nodes. 8 is divided into upper, mid and lower, that is upper, mid and lower thoracic periesophageal lymph nodes from apex of lung to tracheal bifurcation, from inferior pulmonary vein to esophagogastric junction, that is tracheal bifurcation to inferior pulmonary vein to esophagogastric junction, the upper, middle and lower. That is how they are divided. 9 is right inferior pulmonary ligament, and 10 is tracheobronchial lymph nodes. 15 is diaphragmatic nodes lying on the dome of diaphragm. 16 is pericardial nodes immediately adjacent to the gastroesophageal junction. 17, 18 is left gastric and common hepatic, that is 7 and 8, left gastric and common hepatic in gastric cancer. 19 is splenic artery lymph nodes, proximal splenic artery lymph nodes, and 20 is celiac artery lymph nodes at the base of celiac artery. So briefly, the TNM staging. TX is primary tumor cannot be assessed. T0 is no evidence of primary tumor. TIS is high grade dysplasia defined as malignant cell confined to the epithelium by basement membrane. T1 is tumor invades